A warning to the British public. For the love of everything you consider sacred, lock your doors. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimer: do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this. And this clip is a warning to every single one of us. Every single legal British citizen here in the UK. For the love of everything you consider sacred, lock your doors now. Because we are seeing a pattern here that is extremely disturbing when it comes to these illegal immigrants. Now, thanks to HJB News for sharing this clip on X, saying undocumented men are getting bored in their hotels. So now foreign men are wandering the streets of Crawley, checking residential's front and garage door locks at 3:40 a.m. to make sure they're in working order. This is terrifying, guys.
Boot is boot. We wow. Boot. We wow. We wow. Boo is boot. Boo is boot. Boo is boot. Sir. I am ringing.
Yeah. I watched that clip and shivers go down my spine. Shivers go down my spine. And this clip right here, we can see it's being recorded by a Ring doorbell from the owner. And I see this, and bear in mind what I'm about to say, not sponsored, wouldn't say no though. I am so freaking glad that in terms of my security system, I've got something like this in place. And a heck of a lot more besides, may I add, but shiz the freaking bed. Lock your doors. This is terrifying. For the love of everything you consider sacred, lock your doors at this point. Because if you think that this is a one-off, then think again, right? Because I can imagine, right, the lefties, the absolute loonies, turning around and saying something along the lines of, well, you know, this is just a one-off, right? It's just a bad apple, guys. It's just a bad apple, right? Don't happen all the time. Yeah. The lefty loonies can get a cactus, lace it with chili oil, and shove it up their backsides. Because it ain't a one-off, right? Think about it. What happened earlier on this year at the illegal immigrant hotel at Canary Wharf? It kicked off largely because one of the illegal immigrants that was staying there broke into a blind woman's flat. Just freaking walked in. Here you go. Reported by The Standard, a hotel migrant. We don't hate mainstream media enough, really. Let's call them what they are. They are illegal immigrants. It is as simple as that. An illegal immigrant has been arrested after bursting into a blind woman's home in East London. He had been followed by a group of men in the street when he entered the flat on the Isle of Dogs on Wednesday, as of the time of reporting on with this article. Footage began circulating on social media of him being detained by members of the public nearby and told to go back to the hotel where anti-immigration protesters were gathered outside. Now, the Metropolitan Police, right, the Met turned round and said no offences had been identified. So they didn't arrest that illegal immigrant initially. If I remember rightly, because I reported on this story at the time, the Met Police said something along the lines of no crime had been committed because he didn't technically break in because the door was open. Come the frick on. Come the frick on. Don't matter if the door was open or not. He had no legitimate reason as to why he had to be in that house with that blind woman in the first place. Dude trespassed. At the very least, he trespassed, which is still an offence. It's still illegal to do that. This is the thing, though. Because of the outcry, not only from the protesters on the ground, but here online, the Met Police then saw sense and then arrested him on suspicion of common assault. Spokesperson saying, we can confirm that this is the man who allegedly entered the flat. He's now in police custody. So, if you think this is a one-off, think again. Because we are seeing a pattern that is starting to emerge. These illegal immigrants wandering out of their illegal immigrant hotels and wanting to pay us a visit. But the kind of visit they want to pay us definitely ain't welcome. So this is a warning. For the love of everything you consider sacred, make sure your doors are locked. Because they want to enter. They want to come in. And when they are inside our house, I'm just asking for a friend here. What do you think they want? Do they want a cup of tea and biscuits? Do you think they want to talk about the weather? Do you think they want to talk about, I don't know, the politics of the day? Do you think they want to talk about what's going on Corrie? Do they want to complain about EastEnders? Do they want to talk about the latest season of I'm a Celeb? Like, what do you think they want to do? If they ever make it inside our houses, right? What do you think they want to do? Do you think they want to do any of that? Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. I got a funny feeling I don't think that's their intention. But I'm making sure that my doors are firmly locked. All the time. Even when I'm in. And this clip right here, I am considering other ideas to beef up my security. Of course, in a legal way. I suggest you guys may want to consider the same. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and unfortunately with the state of the UK at the moment, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join us here at Political Nerds. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alternerd. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. I mean, this is absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But a question to you guys is, if this illegal immigrant actually made it inside, what do you think he'd want? Do you think he'd want a cup of tea and biscuits and have a good old natter? Talk about Corrie, talk about the weather? I mean, what do you think he'd want to do once he's inside? I'm sure you guys have ideas. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.